I'm just saying, Browns fans, Cleveland fans, look, I know we like to complain in this city. We like to be mad and bitter. This is not the time, dog. Yeah. This is the time to appreciate stuff because you in this city have Evan Mobley who, look, if he feels his potential, you talking about a Giannis level potential on that dude. Darius Garland's already an all-star. You got Donovan Mitchell, who's just an all-star, fun to watch.
26 a game, get you 30. He can get you 50.
Baller, straight baller, kind of dude you need in the playoffs, right? Karis LeVert's that kind of guy in the playoffs too. Yep. And then Jared Allen, who's also an all-star. And then you flip over to the football team, and this is the thing I've been telling people. So I've been talking about G. Bush's hat for a minute, man. And then G. Bush came out here today. I guess he was tired of the jokes. He was tired of the joke. Look at him. He got, wait a minute. Show that brush again. That's one of them good brushes. One of them good brushes. You ain't get that from no chain store. You got from
that boy right there. Let me get my sideburns together. Okay, I got my baby hair. I told you I wasn't playing no more games with you. He had one too many hat jokes. I said, no. I got more than barbershop hats. We gonna get this money off today. I came back with, listen, I've been wearing a do-rag. I dang near had a do-rag on the show today. I was just like, nah, I'm not taking this off to the last minute.
All right, you know what I mean? Look, you put the work in, you know what I mean? They look good. The waves look good, you know. And Children of America, if you ever wondered, you know, is there any merit in bullying? There's a little bit. There's a little bit. You know what I mean? Right, you got to bully your homeboys a little bit, right? You know,
sometimes your brother got to get you back on your job. He said, G. Bush, I know you selling merch and stuff, but every time I see you, you got a hat on, dog. What we doing?
I'm just saying, like, you know, I've seen my homie put up 30 before. Well, I can't sit there and say nothing when he putting up 18 and 12. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I got to get him back up to all-star level. That's all that I try to do here. Uplift. But sometimes you got to uplift. You know what I mean? And uplifting sometimes you got to. You know
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Speaking of uplift. I mean, man, we're recording this literally like hours after it happened, but Donovan Mitchell's a Cav. Deshaun Watson's a Brown. The city of Cleveland has no more draft picks to get out. I put out a picture on Twitter that everybody done stole by now. It's a meme there. Go check it out. Follow me there. And, you know, is this one of the craziest, like when we're talking about big free agent not free agent, but big acquisitions to a team. I mean, we were talking a couple months ago about whether Deshaun was as big as like LeBron coming as far as a free agent, like, well, not a technical free agent, but somebody who's choosing a team, choosing to come here. And then the Cavs swing around, get Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, Donovan's not LeBron, but when you have an Evan Mobley who's super young, but dude's 20 years old.
Just turned 20. Turned 20.
That's it. I'm at that age now. I'm like, that's a young boy right there.
That's
20?
A young boy. Young boy.
Crazy.
He still can literally be growing. He can grow another shoe length right now, bro.
He's so young. He probably got like that mustache and that facial hair that don't even, because this didn't look like this when I was 20. It looked like it had the half cut joints and the all patchy. Man, he probably can't even grow the real. I mean, it looked like G. Bush.
I still got them joints. Still got them joints. Don't be disrespecting the people. Shout out to all the patchy face dudes out there. The shout out to the dudes that can't grow no beards, bro. I'm with you. I can't get none of that. But
shout out all my ghost face gangsters. You know what I mean? Baby face gangsters.
All jokes aside, though, man, the Guardians are about 2-3 years ahead of their rebuild. Pitching, it looks great. Bieber's throwing the ball better. J. Ram actually took less money to stay in Cleveland for once. You take a look at what's going on with the Cavs, Mobley. Jared Allen was an all-star last year. Darius Garland is a young, humble, budding superstar in this league. And you throw him with a guy. Well, you throw him with what they just got. And I'm just over here looking right like, this is great, man. You got an opportunity. The Cavs are going to be great. The Browns are already moving and shaking. Deshaun Watson, you will get an opportunity to see him play this year. And by the way, you still have superstars here. Denzel Ward is a star. Nick Chubb Miles Garrett is one of the best in the game. And we got them here. So if you want to come to Cleveland, the weather might not be as good as Atlanta, and the surrounding area, and the eye candy might not be as good. But I will say this: Cleveland is the place to be.
It's star-studded, most certainly. It's star-studded here. You know what I mean? There used to be a day where we didn't have any stars on this team. We was watching. We would go down to the queue, and it would be Baron Davis at the end of his career out there with Mo Williams.
Baron Davis. You had listen, what's his kid's name? Oh my gosh.
2010, 2011 was a dark time.
Miles, Ricky Davis. Oh my goodness.
I'm talking about that year where, like, after LeBron left, it was like 2010. There were no stars. Like, there was no stars on the baseball team, no stars on the basketball team, and then the football team. Was that the most boring team? Was that Colt McCoy era Browns? Oh goodness.
It was the Colt McCoy. It was your best players were special teams guys.
Josh Cribbs. But that wasn't even prime Josh Cribbs anymore. That was like a year or two away from being out the league, Josh Cribbs.
Yeah, it was Muhammad Massaquoi, Brian
Greg Little. Was it Greg Little yet?
No, Greg Little. Like, that was probably the two.
I think around that time. Greg Little was about 2010.
Yeah, 20. But these guys are trash. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Browns fans, Cleveland fans, look, I know we like to complain in this city. We like to be mad and bitter. This is not the time, dog. This is the time to appreciate stuff, because you in this city have Evan Mobley, who, look, if he feels his potential, you talking about a Giannis level potential on that dude. Darius Garland's already an all-star. You got Donovan Mitchell, who's just an all-star, fun to watch.
26 a game, get you 30. He can get you 50.
Baller, straight baller, kind of dude you need in the playoffs, right? Karis LeVert's that kind of guy in the playoffs too. Yep. And then Jared Allen, who's also an all-star. And then you flip over to the football team, and this is the thing I've been telling people. We've been taking it. We got so much damn talent on this team. We've had it for so long on the Browns. We take it for granted every year. But the fact that Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, J.O.K., John Johnson, Grant Delpit, Greg Newsome, who I'm going to keep it real, I think he might have a better year than Denzel Ward this year, and I think Denzel's going to be good. You know what I mean? And then Jadeveon Clowney on the defense by himself.
That's just the defense.
You know what I mean?
And if they go ahead and spot shadow Kareem Hunt like they supposed to do, they would have another guy. They could have 2,000-yard backs if they go ahead and matriculate this thing the way they're supposed to rock.
So all I'm saying is we've been through some tough and lean times in this city. Yeah. 2010 is a tough, lean time in this city. This time, this is like, you know, when your homeboy comes up and, you know, he's used to making six figures, but he used to, like, you know, work at McDonald's and make that 25, 30K. And then he comes out talking about, man, it's getting tight. I can't go to Puerto Rico this year. Or I can't go to Costa Rica do my cruise. It's getting tight. That's what Browns fans sound when we act like this is 2010 again and start complaining like, oh, we're going to be terrible. So we need to enjoy this time, embrace it, because real talk, this is rare. This is like, you don't normally have this much talent, young talent. The Browns are the youngest team in football. The Cavs are close to the youngest team in basketball.
Might be, yeah, right.
Yeah, so young, star-studded cores, just strap in and relax, because we ain't seen nothing like this since 1995.
It's gonna be a great time. And you mentioned that 95 team. We just had on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. We had, you know, some of these dudes to be pulling up. They be like my favorites. Like, when you get in the game, you can't turn into a fan overnight. You can't be next to somebody and be like, oh my God. Like, you can't be a fan, bro. Don't be a fan. Don't be a fan. So I tell you this, man, we had CC Sabathia on there, man. And CC Sabathia was on there, bro. And I'm like,
dog, my dad loves CC Sabathia. Let me tell you.
CC Sabathia was on there. Big homie was all 6'7". I'm like, dang, bro.
Got the hat. Did he have the hat?
He didn't have a hat, but what we was talking about I was like, man, so he got the Jordan deal, right? So he was one of the first baseball dudes that had a Jordan deal. And I said, is it true? He said, what you mean? I said, bro, is it true that you know, when you get that Jordan deal, they just pop up, the shoes just come to the crib? He said, yeah, bro. I said, I heard it's a lifetime deal. He said, yeah. He's like, oh, you know, you've been talking to somebody. I said, yeah, I know. They said, yeah, they come, listen, once a month, they just come through and just drop them all the joints. Like, if the retros is out, he got them. If the new joints is out, he got them. They just drop them at the crib. And he got the lifetime deal. I said, bro, that's crazy, bro. He was like, man, that's funny. You know that. I'm like, yeah, just like I know you used to get in trouble for wearing these Yankees hats before Yankee hats. He was like, what? How do you know? I'm like, I'll be trying to explain to people why we wear Yankees hats. You just do it. Like rappers do it. Jay-Z did it.
It's just a hot color. It just looks good. Like, and
it's
you know
crisp.
what I mean? It goes well with Tim's. Like,
it
you know
goes
what I mean?
well with anything.
With everything. It's
jeans.
the white Air Force Ones of sport hat. Like, it just works. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't never done it, but I understand why people do it. You know what I mean?
But you're
especially in that era.
Guy. In that era,
yeah, in the early 2000s, let me tell you something, man. Everybody had a Yankee hat. I don't care if they was Boston Red Sox fans. Homie had the Yankee hat. Like, that was hot back in the day.
With a crisp pair of
Air
Force
with
One.
A Nelly Band-Aid. No, hold on, wait, no. We need to find them pictures, man, of that Nelly Band-Aid. But
I was wearing Burberry overalls though. Like that.
Oh my goodness, nah, he was wearing the Dickie Fits.
Yeah,
don't tell me G. Bush was in the Dickie Fits back in the day.
I used to do a lot. You know, back in the day, they used to have them light up belts that would light up and scroll across. Like I thought I had one of them.
You was in the Snap group.
Yeah.
No.
Listen, I had it said it would scroll across the G. Bush. And like it was.
Wait. It had your football number on it, didn't it?
No.
I know. You know it had your football number on it.
It wasn't even like that. But I'm just saying.
This is what. See, look, when they tell you, if you ever go out to a club and you see a big dude with no shirt on, and whether it's your college or your pro city, that dude plays on your football team because he wants you to know he's there. Football players will put their number on anything. They'll have their homeboys wearing their number on their shirt at the club, so you could know Malik Jackson is here. You know what I mean?
Because you don't know what we look like in the face. You don't know what we look like. You just know we big. We look like we lift weights, and that like that shit was gonna pop off. But I used to make, and you know what's so crazy? Is the belt was so hot in the first part of the time, I had homeboys in the camp that be like, they would be auctioning belt off by nights or weeks. No, dog, you had the belt last night. It's my turn to wear the belt. It was defensive backs and young dudes putting the belt on. Like just programming their name in it. That belt
put their name and number. Number 2, y'all was putting. I know the information. He tried to play it low key. I promise you, it was like the NBC Sports intro on there. G. Bush, number 97, came out of Lake Catholic, whatever high school he went to. He had the whole bio. Starting right tackle for Ohio.
Some people just put their phone number on there, dog. Just had their phone number on there. Like
shameless.
People just put I'm like, dog, y'all cats was really getting down like that. Man, that was the times, boy. That was the times.
Speaking of that, right? I have had this analogy. All right. We're gonna talk about the Browns offense just a little bit before we get to part 2. But I have coined this term for what the Browns offense is gonna be. We're gonna be playing some snap music. We gonna be leaning with it and rock with it because it's gonna be in the early 2000s. The Browns are about to be playing football in a 4XT and some baggy jeans with some like patent leather Air Force Ones on, because this is the early 2000s defense. We about to be running the ball like Jim Tressel coaching. We about to play action fake, throw it deep like every 5 times, once every like 3 plays, like Troy Smith used to, and let's get it. That's what this offense is gonna look like with Jacoby Brissett. I think people are under the impression that when I say I think we're all right with Jacoby Brissett, they think that I think that we're going to be cooking with Jacoby Brissett. No. That is not what I think. I think when I say we're going to be all right with Jacoby Brissett, which is he's not going to make us lose games,
we can
right?
Win a few games, maybe possibly with this man. You're not saying if we playing spades, you tell me.
I'm telling you,
Q, we got 3 in a possible, and I'm like, oh, okay, I got a couple over here. So what you want to go do 6?
You know what I mean? Yeah, we going 6 or 7 books. That's what. Well, 5 or 6 books. You know, depending on how the runs have been, right? You know what I mean? If we've been having a good run, we gonna go up. But if we ain't been having good runs, all right, we'll play it low. But yeah, it's between that 5 to 7 range. That's where I've been. Have you been anywhere different when it comes to that?
No. And I think you bring up a great point. I love the fact that you said lean with it, rock with it. I don't know why there's a mosquito or a fly in here. I don't know what's going on here. Why are
No,
you playing
it's
with
them
me?
waves. They spinning so much, you just attracting all the bugs. Like, you know what I mean?
You know,
You know what I
clean.
mean?
I will say this. I will say when you say when you're gonna go back to O2, I think you really might get in the timing machine and go back to O2 because what they're gonna have to start doing is lean with a rock with a D4L franchise boys. They really might have to just start running one or two plays. You know,
The
them
Browns
joints.
offense going to come out and Jermaine Dupri is going to announce them. That's how like early 2000s.
Bow Wow gonna be still hot, right? You're gonna have a Motorola 2-way pager.
Jermaine Dupri about to pop out. You know what this is? Jacoby
you know,
Brissett.
you know
Yeah,
what this is.
Nick Chubb.
You can still play.
New Hunt.
You might actually get in your car and hear R&B joints, right? You might hear somebody might say "love" on the radio. You like, what the heck is this? It's sentimental radio. You're gonna have a lot of old school stuff going with the Browns.
They're gonna be wearing pro models on the sideline.
Man, hey, Stephen and Barry's is back, by the way, too. Stephen, everything in the store is $9. Everything. Pea coats, shoes, boxes, cars. You could get a whole person for $9.
Oh my God. What a time, man.
What a time to be alive. $10. And then they had the Starberries. The Starberries was looking just like the Forces. And if you bought a whole lot of Air Force Ones with your Pell Grant checks, like they thought you already had it. So when they weren't even looking, they just seen that icy white. Starberries was fooling a whole lot of people, just like the Browns offense will fool a whole lot of people. They're like, oh my gosh, how explosive are they? They're like, not really. They're just running jet sweeps and Chubb and Hunt, and they might throw up top one time to Amari Cooper, or we might get a return of some sort if we can get something from Shorts. But other than that, it's gonna be a real rudimentary old school game, defense, special teams, and figure out a way to win some games here or there. That's just what it's gonna be, man. That's all we got.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna drop this one. Part 1's on my channel. Now, if you could head over to G Bush's channel, we're going to drop this part 2 on y'all real quick. G, get it started for part 2, man.